Hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel, Nani's Nest Egg. My name is Sue, and this is my channel. So this video is going to be a little different because it is part 2 of last night or yesterday's video where Libby and I began making our crafts for each other. She is making a snowman for me and I'm making a Grinch for her. The video got too long yesterday. So I made a part 2 for today, and then we never finished it last night, so it continues on to where it's tonight, and we continue making them, and we do complete them in this video. So I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe. Thanks.
Oh, let's tell a Christmas story.
Which one?
The one about the lights and going and taking care of the cats.
The Christmas you almost killed us?
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if you haven't already figured it out, I'm the one with Christmas cheer. And
overboard.
And moving into this house,
Our very first Christmas.
had a dream. We have this huge spruce tree out front. Huge. I don't even think I could have ever fulfilled my dream. But I had a dream. And it was going to be lit up. And I didn't even get to express my dream.
What did you express?
Did I get to express?
You expressed wanting to light up the house.
I wanted Christmas lights outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're better at the story because I can't remember what it... I know there was something about money.
Okay, so... Yes, there was something about money. Sue started talking about how she wanted the house, the outside of the house, totally decorated for Christmas with Christmas lights. And I don't know, I think she was going to put Frosty out there and probably Santa Claus and what? An elf, but probably not badass elf. Anyway. So she's saying how she wants to do this, and I'm just listening, and I'm thinking, so I can't keep my mouth shut. And I say, Sue, are you aware that would really cost a lot of money because we're using a lot of electricity, and there are people that are hungry. And if we're going to spend that much money on Christmas, I think we need to spend it in a manner that's beneficial to mankind. Humankind, not just glittery. And it kind of hurt her feelings. And I said,
because you don't say it like that. You say, that's not how you word things.
How'd I say it?
That's stupid and a waste of money.
I didn't say it was stupid. I said that is a huge waste of money when finances could go to something much more beneficial to humankind.
Yeah, we need to find something. So I am all about it.
Okay, but wait, that's not the part that really got to her. So she gets kind of quiet and we get home and she goes, well, what do you think we should do? And I just said, well, okay, we don't have any money anyway, but like say if it's cold outside, instead of people waiting at a bus stop for the bus.
Yeah. Going.
We could be a free taxi and we could drive up and say, like if we stay on the same bus route, then people are going the same way. And she's, oh no, we can't do that. Okay, because she's worried about who we might pick up, which is a legitimate concern. We get home and we were pulling stuff out of the back of the Blazer and Sue pulls all of these poop bags out. And she goes, where did these come from? And I said, oh, well, Emmett's just a little bit like you are. One is never enough. Always goes overboard. And then Sue's feelings were hurt.
And you said like Christmas lights.
Yeah, I did. And Sue's feelings were hurt. Okay, well, I'm sorry. Sue's feelings were hurt. But I'm right. So it's very quiet. And then the next day, Sue says, well, instead of Christmas lights, what do you think we should do? And I said, well, we could benefit a shelter where there are animals, or I know you don't want to transport people. We could do the soup kitchen, whatever. And Sue took it to heart and started seeking. She decided it needed to be an animal shelter.
Well, I tried Denver Rescue Mission, but they were full.
Okay, so she starts calling around, and like Denver Dumb Friends League, you have to do a 3-year commitment or something.
Yeah.
So it's not like we can go for a day. Well, she finds this cat house.
I almost died.
How many cats do you think there were?
Oh, hundreds.
And
we didn't even see half of them, I'm sure.
okay, so at 6 o'clock in the morning on Christmas Eve day, Christmas Eve day, in the morning, we show up at this shelter, and it's in the warehouse district of Denver. Like, I'm thinking it's a cat house. I'm like now I'm a little concerned, like, oh great, we're going to be earning money for this place in a way that I would have never, ever agreed to. Oh my gosh. So we walk in, and there's one woman, and
she lives there, right?
I don't know, but there are more cats than...
They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
And there are litter boxes, and there are
kennels
or crates. Yeah, and
it's a house. So every room,
but it's like open rooms.
Mm-hmm. It's a very old house.
And every room has cats.
And multiple litter boxes, and
of course, the crates aren't clean. So she asks us to start cleaning, and she gives us the materials, and we start cleaning, and it's not very long before we're and then we're
both so allergic.
And it's like so bad our noses won't even run. But so we just say we need a break. And she goes outside with us, and on top of not being able to breathe anyway, we all three light up. And we smoke, and then we go back in, and I don't know. We scrubbed crates, we scrubbed floors, we cleaned litter boxes, we dumped old litter and put in new litter, and we weren't done, but like we were gonna die. And so Susan said, "What are we gonna do?" Like this. I just look at her like my nose isn't running, but my eyes are like watery. She walks up to this woman and she says,
I gotta go.
And we leave, and I don't know what we're thinking. We get in the car. It's like we have to shower. We've got to find the Benadryl, and we light up.
Can it just be a faceless Grinch? Because this is really cute. I'm nervous about putting the face on there.
I don't care. It's your. I mean, it's. Yeah, it's your
gift to you.
To me. So do what you got to do.
How about when I fell down Christmas Eve?
That was very funny.
So, I had lost a bunch of weight and fit into my skinny jeans. And got out of my car, and I had gotten some Danskos.
Yeah, we were going to take care of Studley.
Yeah, like we were 3 houses down. Like, why did we drive? First of all.
Well, you were driving.
Because we were going to your parents right after, I think.
Yeah.
Or the lights. No, we did your parents first.
Yeah, we played
cards. And then
dominoes.
we went down.
It was
Mexican train.
Yeah.
So, I'm getting out of the car, and I just walking in front of the car, turned my ankle somehow.
It was when you were getting up onto the sidewalk. You hit the curb wrong.
I don't know, but I twisted my ankle and my leg and everything in between and went down.
And sat on the curb while I went to take care of the cat.
Yeah, and I'm just like, ow, this is really uncomfortable.
And this was Christmas Day, right? Christmas night.
Was it? I thought it was Christmas Eve.
Oh, it might have been Christmas Eve.
Anyway, so I'm like, wow, this really hurts. But we get back up. I get back up and get in the car. We drive to her parents. I get out of the car. We park, and I go up to her parents' house, and we play cards, and I take my shoes off. I go to put my shoe back on, and my foot's not really going into my shoe. Well, ow, that kind of hurts. I must have just twisted it.
It wasn't going in at all.
It did, though. I got it in.
Yeah, you got it in.
So I'm like, ow.
It was worse than Cinderella. When the stepsisters trying to get their foot in that glass slipper.
Well, I wouldn't say anything because I was still shy in front of your parents back then. Remember?
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. Back then I was.
Yeah.
And then we decide we're going to go downtown because they have, the Capitol building has this really fun light up show. You can walk around and look at different exhibits, like, and it's outside, and there's like a nativity scene and like from different parts of the world. Is that right?
I don't know. We haven't been there in so long.
I know. So we go down there and we find a really good parking spot, like right up front.
Because it was almost midnight.
And we get out of the car and we walk all the way to the end of it.
Sue limped.
Yeah, I'm like, it's really uncomfortable. I just need to walk it off. It just needs to be stretched, something. Just need to walk it off. I had, I was exercising a lot and all this and that, and just need to walk it off. And we get to the furthest place from the car, and I'm like, I'm not going to be able to make it back to the car. I got to get this shoe off. It hurts so bad.
And she decides she needs an ace band.
Yeah, I'm like, you're like, we need to go to the hospital. We need to go to the ER. I'm like, no, we just need to go to Walgreens and get a bandage. It just needs to be wrapped. It just needs to be like wrapped. It's just swelling outside of my shoe. It just needs to be wrapped. So we go to Walgreens.
And to get a bandage, she grabs a card.
I could barely walk. By this time, I could barely walk. And as I walk, like tears are coming down my face. It hurts so bad.
Guess what? We walked out of Walgreens without a bandage.
We went to the ER. And there's nobody there, so they take me right back. And, ma'am, we're going to have to cut off your jeans. The first time I fit my skinny jeans in since before I had Emmett. And he was in grade school. I mean, it was a long time. I was so devastated. Please don't cut off my jeans. I'll get them off. I'll get them off.
Then it was more than just tears. It was like real crying, like loud.
They were like, we'll cut along the seam. You can sew them back up, but we gotta cut off we can't get this over your foot. That's how big my foot was. So I had broke my leg in 3 places and walked on it. I was in a boot. Well, it was like almost 6 months.
Oh, I think it was.
It was forever.
And she decided that they told her she had to sleep in the boot. Remember? So she decided she couldn't sleep in the bed in a dirty boot.
Why didn't I, and I told my sisters I did do this, so we would tell my mom I did do this. Why didn't we like just cover it with a pillowcase? Now my mom's probably going to watch this and know I'm a liar. But yeah, we slept on the couch for that entire time.
Well, we had that big L couch.
Yeah, we had the L couch, so we could sleep like that. Because also Libby didn't want to be kicked by a darn boot. I had to repaint over what I did because I messed up the face.
Okay, I'll show what I did so far. You show. Does it look good, kind of?
It's so cute. Look at the nose. It's a little pencil button. And then her cheeks are little buttons. And then she did the eyes so thick they look like buttons. And there's glue webs everywhere.
Are those going to come off?
I already got them off.
Oh.
And then the heart button, and the 2 purple buttons. And then the cheeks are buttons. So cute.
And I did her mouth inside.
Yeah, she drew that mouth.
It's got pink inside.
Oh, it sure does. Yeah, the mouth has pink inside. That's so cute. That nose is... That was really smart. That was really creative. The nose especially. All right, guys. Well, we will finish these tomorrow. But we get up at 5 to go swimming, and I am exhausted. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to night 2 of Crafting with Libby. This is how far I got with my Grinch. And I had to paint over his face because I got too tired last night and couldn't do it. How far did you get?
I got this far.
It's so cute.
I've dropped your hair twice now.
Me too. So what story can we tell today?
We could tell the story about the remote control.
That isn't our story to tell.
Well, but it starts with our story to tell. And yes, it is, because it had everything to do with my attitude.
It did get you out of Christmas.
So I think we ought to tell it.
Okay, you start.
So, okay, you aren't going to like where I start.
Okay, so you all know that I am definitely Christmas cheer. Libby definitely is the Grinch.
I'm a better badass elf.
And one of our first Christmases in this house.
It was like 2003, maybe. It was the year Delaney was born. Because it was going to be your first Christmas.
I wanted to host Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, that is not a good idea. And I think I cried.
And said, I want to host Christmas.
My family has always done big Christmases.
So is mine.
And I want to carry on that tradition. I said, okay. So, invited your sister's family and your mom and dad all over.
And Sue was getting ready to clean the house, and I hadn't budged. And
What else is new?
but this is different. So she got really very angry with me. And when Sue gets angry, she yells and she cries. And I don't know why it happened in the shower that she got so angry, but she came barreling out wrapped in a towel.
That was the same argument.
And started yelling at me about how I was ruining her Christmas because I hadn't helped prepare. And it was like 2 days before Christmas or a day before Christmas. So, watching Sue be butt naked angry.
I was in a towel.
I got busy. But it didn't change my attitude.
No.
So the big day came. Oh, we actually had them on Christmas Eve. That's what it was. Because my mother really wanted to go to wherever they lived.
Sugar or whatever.
No, that's where grandma lives. Anyway, but she hadn't been invited. So the plan was they hadn't been invited, so they were going to celebrate Christmas Eve with us, and then my mom and dad were going to go to Pueblo and spend the night and hope. My mother was really hoping to get invited. Crowley County, but I don't know what little podunk town it was. Anyway, so the big day came, and there was lots of food, good food. And when I expect the interactions to be somewhat unpleasant, I just kind of zone. So I wasn't very aware of very much at all. And I was getting probably my second plate of food, and I heard my dad so mad say, "If you mention the TV again, I'm going to take that remote and rap." And that was to my mother. So I returned to the living room and I set my plate down and I sat down and at Sue. And I was like, told you so, told you so, told you so. My eyes, told you so, told you so. Sarah stood up and said, we're leaving. And Evie and Barb got up And they left their plates of food and walked right out the door. And told you so, told you so, told you so. And I just waited because, you know, I can do silence for a really long time. And it was very, very, very
silent.
For how long do you think?
Oh my gosh, it felt like 3 hours.
And then my mother said, should we open the presents? And Emmett leaped up and started grabbing presents. And I just continued to every once in a while glare at Sue. And then my parents left. And Sue said she needed to go to the store. And I said, you need to take Emmett with you. And Emmett wanted to stay home. And I was like, I need a little time to myself. I need a little time to myself. I'll stay out of your way, Libby. I need time, this whole house, to myself. Did you feel how big the anger got? I need the house to myself. So, I don't know. They went to the store and the phone rang. And it was Sarah. And she was in a panic, like, because I hadn't called her. She thought I was mad at her. And I said, oh, no, I am not angry with you. I didn't know what to expect except that it would be unpleasant. And I'm really angry with Sue. And Sue never, ever pushed for another big Christmas again.
So my dad always had between Christmas and New Year's off, so he always made it really special. So we would always, you know, sometimes we'd go on trips and go skiing. So sometimes we'd come here or up to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. The day after Thanksgiving, we always went to Chicago.
What was in Chicago?
Black Friday sales on like Michigan Avenue, and that was more for my mom, but he would take us. And then we'd always go get our ski, you know, because we were growing kids. So we always needed new ski gear, usually. So we'd get that. And then we'd always eat at like Hole in the Wall. You know how my dad is. He's not a go to the Chili's, Applebee's type of place. He'd go to the place you think you're going to get food poisoning, and it's the best place.
The local place.
Yeah. So, just, she burnt herself with the hot glue. A lot. You okay? I did not laugh. That was a serious one. What are some good memories you have besides shoving the remote?
I remember when my dad took us Christmas shopping to get my mother, liked Wedgwood. So she would buy Wedgwood, and it was expensive. And it was at Mady and F. She saw this Wedgwood bowl she wanted, and it was like this big. And it cost $35, I remember. And my dad took us to go get it for her.
Aww.
And she cried on Christmas morning.
That was sweet.
Yeah. When she opened it. So I really do not know how to make a scarf.
So I'm going to use one of the dog bandanas. Dog things.
What do you mean? You're gonna ruin one of their bandanas?
Well, it's not going to ruin them because they're so small and those bananas are so big. So I bought the Grinch glow-in-the-dark eyeballs. Jake's. I make Naughty look nice. Though Otis is pretty naughty sometimes. But Jake...
I can make nice look naughty.
The Grinch in her mug, or on her mug. In her mug too. It's not alcohol. It's Diet Pepsi. Are you done? Oh no, we're not done gluing because we're gonna have to glue our scarves.
But mine needs to be thin. Because see, I didn't leave much room. Right?
It gets bigger as it goes.
I have a finished product.
You gotta sign it.
Okay.
And the year.
I have a finished product. I think I approve.
It's really cute.
What are you going to call her?
I don't know. I think you should name her. You made her.
She is an old woman who wears purple and a red hat. I think I'll call her Susie Q.
Oh, you totally set that one up.
No, I didn't. You said, I asked you, what are you going to call?
Sure did.
Yeah, so who set it up?
I cannot take ownership
What do you mean you can't take ownership?
of setting that up.
Who set it up?
I did. No.
Ta-da! Can you see?
Ta-da!
Can you see she has eyelashes?
You might want to go closer, though. His eyes are creepy. Turning one, Mr. Grinch.
When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple and a red hat.
Oh, boys.
What's happening?
What's happening? What is it? Otis, is it Advent time? Oh, I left 6 out. Do something for Otis. Oh, there's stars. He said that's peasant food. Give me a carrot.
All right, well, I'm leaving for the day anyway.
Have a great day.
Thanks.